Hello. Hello. Test, test. Hello. Looks like things are working. Well, hello there. Yo. It's Wednesday. For me, it's actually Friday. Tomorrow's a holiday. And I finally got a day off on Friday. First holiday since, or first vacation day, since Christmas, more or less. So, I was battling with myself. What should I do today? Well, play games. Then I was thinking, well, if I'm playing games, why not just stream it? So, here we are. All right. Here we are. Switch over to this. So we are back to Satisfactory. Now I do have to confess, um, I've been a bit busy off stream. Normally I wouldn't do that, but there's currently a long phase right now with very monotonous tasks, and I thought to spare you guys from that. Um, spare you guys from that. I might as well try and take care of at least most of the part off stream. So that's why I've been a bit busy in the last week. After work in the evening, play games anyways. So I used the time and set up things for, I believe, the last phase. Let's call it the last phase for at least phase 4. And there are oodles of items that are required there. And those that were here last time might remember we were just collecting like 120,000. I don't remember what it was, screws or something. No, something similar. We were just collecting and collecting and collecting. So I went a bit ahead and um, music's a bit quiet. I need a bit more music here. Talking to myself. So I went ahead and did a bit of, like I said, off stream. So to confess what happened, the last time we were here together, we were at 145 hours. I did do a couple of hours, so a bit over 30 hours, just to fulfill that phase 4 requirement. Didn't complete it. We're not through with that, but I did take, let's say, 3/4 of the effort out. Because as you see, that'd be 30 hours, more or less. A lot of that was just waiting, having the game go in the background once it was set up, getting done with the items. Like finishing off, what was it, for example? Do I still have some kind of list? Let me see what my listing system says. I thought I had that all written down. Where's my notepad? 15,000. Okay, I guess I didn't write down everything. Currently looking through my, is that through my notepad? Where's that with the 120,000 items? There's one. Oh, that was with the nuclear pasta, for example. Yeah, that was really, didn't actually, not a weird way of writing that down, so didn't actually see that it was 120,000. But, yeah, there were all in all 4 elements that are required. The other ones are, I think it's assembly directors was one of them, I believe. Thermal propulsion rocket, magnetic field generator, and assembly director system. Right. Right? I think so. So like I said, I've been a bit busy with that. I'd suggest we continue where I left off, actually earlier today. What's it telling us? 178 hours, 15 minutes, and 8 seconds. The 8 seconds are important, I guess. Yeah. 8:48 p.m., so I pretty much stopped the game uh, pretty close to starting the stream. So just had it running in the background there, so get some progress. We still have some stuff to do for that last element, quite a bit actually. It is quite involving. There are a couple of steps required. And I thought that might be more interesting than yeah, the monotonous 120,000 elements. We still need like 100,000 cables and stuff like that. I already got pretty good advance on that. I'll show you in a moment. I think I got the notepad set up so it actually shows up. So I'd say let's hop in. This is the same game as showing there with the 178 hours. Yeah, this with the timestamp there. So that said, like I said, it's a inconvenient and unusual stream today, but due to what's the holiday called? Ascension of Christ, I think. It'd be translated to also dash Father's Day tomorrow over here. Yeah. So all fathers, they will be celebrating tomorrow. Yeah. Fathers rarely get flowers, so they'll probably be driving around on their motorcycles or whatever. Another thing I do, I sit here and play Satisfactory. So yeah, as you can see at the top right, I kind of tried to stop the last element from going through so we could do that together. But it turned out going from right to left, I did succeed in taking at least one of those nuclear pasta things, whatever that other propulsion guy is called. But on the third one, the second from left, I messed up there. I messed up in the calculation. So for some reason, I calculated with 1,000 elements. Why was that? Because it actually makes two at a time instead of one. And I missed that division there. And so I had way too many items being produced. So that's why 500 of those went through. Currently, we're working on, right, what is that dude called again? Something thermal, I think? No, thermal's not the one. A something? Oh, great, that's working perfect here. Let's just have a look here from thermal propulsion. The magnetic one we already did. Um, Assembly director. That's the one. Assembly. I knew there was something with an A. Yeah. Did that go through? That one is so fast. I gotta slow that one down. I hope the finger showed up. Cyber Whiskey. Hello all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sub Squad represent. Glad you were here. Yep. The Terra Helper is totally right about that. Glad you are here. And Potential. Howdy. Howdy. A VIP in the house. Hello. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Have a seat. I already kind of explained why I'm streaming on Wednesday. I will be streaming this weekend also. Well, it'll be a long weekend for me, but then I'd, be fair, catch up with you guys. Um, I'll give you a bit more content for what you pay for. Um, you guys spend your time here, so it's worth it. So I thought I'd give you something back. So that's why it's going to be a bit longer weekend for me. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah. We're going to start out today, as already mentioned, with Satisfactory. Let's see what happens next. I don't know. See where we go from there. Depending how the stream goes, how the content goes here. I'm going to have to remind myself that that thing is called assembly. Actually, I read it down. People that can read are in a great advantage. So if we have a look, I did set this up. I hope it is readable. So this is basically what we are currently working on. 500 assembly director systems. So if we look in the background, that's one on the, I don't know how to better, it's this one up here. Unfortunately, you can't push around these windows. I could maybe close that. Oh, there. No, it all closes. Oh, well. The top right one there, that's the one we're currently working on. So it's the assembly director system, right? And doing all the math, we came up with this table here. 500 of those are required. How much is required for each of them? Uh, Basically, you can't see my mouse right now, but one of them is the automated control unit. Two of those are required. One supercomputer. We are creating supercomputers. I hope we have enough lying around so we can just take them. We need 500 of those. And then the list that goes on. Is my mouse? Oh, my mouse is visible there. That's cool. Yeah. So we need to do these to make one of those. We need 500 of them. And then what does one adaptive control unit take? We can make one per minute. We need 1,000 of them because it takes two to make one of these assembler guys. And what does it take to create that? Well, all this kind of stuff. But currently we're working on just one part of this is the automated wiring, which is also a special element that we don't have regularly built. And for that, that's where it gets a bit expensive. It requires one stator per wiring, but we need, if we do the math, we need 5 per. So it's 5 per 1,000 equals 5,000 of those. Gives us a sum of 5,000 stators. Anybody feel like they're back in school? It reminds me of day-to-day trying to explaining stuff. But anyways, we need 20 cables. 20 by 5,000 equals 100,000 of those. 100,000 we can do 24 stacks per train load. So we're 24 stacks. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,000. So it's six basically. And we do per transport. And so far I've already transported 72 of those. So we're pretty far with that, which leaves us pretty far in the process of getting the automated wiring done. So if we have a look here, this is basically, we don't see any left here right now because we have to pick up the rest of those 100 minus 72, the 28 stacks or the 28,000 that we still have to retrieve. Here they're being produced, automated wirings, can make 2.5 per minute, blah, 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 blah. And here we are storing it for the further process in the next stage. As I said, did I just mute myself or did I mute Discord? I wanted to push that button. Sorry about that. I'm going to need something like a map. A map. What do you call it? Redeem or something like that. Yeah. Okay. That kind of sucked. Yeah. I was explaining the automated wiring part. So what we have so far is we got a full storage here. That is 8 by 50. That's 400, 800, 1200. Another one full. That's 2400. Another one almost full. That'd be 3,600. And then we need to fill this one up and this partially. And then we have the 5,000 that we require from that list that we just saw. The other elements we are producing on our, what's on a bus? We're producing in some kind of factory somewhere. So I'm hoping we can just collect that. So right now, what we need is to collect some more cables. They're actually being produced pretty quick. The problem that turned out, they're not being produced quick enough. So I actually kind of caused a issue there. Uh, Extracting too many cables from the whole system. But with all the talking and the waiting that I did this afternoon, I hope it did fill up so we can finalize that step so we can actually show that in again. Jesus. So we can get actually this part done with automated wiring. Like I said, the other three we're producing on our factory system somewhere, but this would be the most expensive one to get done for this whole thing. I'm hoping that's the idea. A lot of math. Let's get back to the game. Why is he stopping? Why is everybody waiting? Oh, we got a back draw here. So we actually want to reach this cable the way we have the lights set up. We have to wait for that guy to reach the train station before we can go in. Now let us hope it has filled up in the meantime. Stop him in time. What I did not do, and I hope no train is behind us. Oh, we did. We still have the two empty trailers where we use. Here we go. To fill up. I think it's 6,000 per wagon that we're gonna use. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3,000. Put that on the trailer. Come on. Do that again. 1, 2. That was too much. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should leave us with 2 empty blocks, but that's okay. Just now we have 6,000 there. Again, for the frontmost, for the fronter, for the wagon further in front, do the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If anybody can count really fast, they'll see we do not quite have enough stacks already reproduced. Like I said, it goes pretty fast, but it still takes us time. So we need 15 more. Currently, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a full 1,000. We need 2 more thousand. 2,000 more? Two more thousand? Two. You know what I mean. Sort this out so it looks better. We can read it better. So as soon as this one is filled up, we can take the next 1,000 out. So that's the 3, 4, 5. The next 1,000. Now we have a short delay there. More 2,000. Two thousands. Yeah, right. Put it in the wrong one. Didn't want to put it that way. Oh no, I'm messing everything up. 1, 2, 3, 4. For now, okay, it's okay. Go. One more 2,000s. One more 1,000s. You're confusing me. More 2,000s. Yeah. It's still kind of boring, yeah, but it's at least not we're waiting for half an hour or something for things to fill up. And this being kind of the heading towards the final stage of phase 4, I thought I'd provide you guys with some. First, like I said, confessing that I already did quite a bit off stream. I have a bit more to confess. I did some adaptations to some of the factories just so they could keep up. Yes, I upgraded a few of some of his factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the aluminum production, I tried to upgrade that. That was required for one of these previous. Oh, that's the one I can use so I can actually see things. I think it was here, this propulsion guy or something. Yeah. I had to upgrade that a bit. Otherwise, I'd still be waiting for that today. But yeah, like I said, upgraded that a bit. And also upgraded the... Which factory are we at right now? I upgraded the metal factory that's somewhere in the background there. Can we make the height? We cannot. We need some wires so we can make it. So this factory over here, you can see that it's been extended on the right and quite a bit on the back, so we could more or less double up things. There were still Mark II miners down there. So I upped them to mine 3, which kind of doubled the production and kind of doubled the output. Thought I'd do that to speed things up. It's not perfect what I set up there, but it is kind of reusing the pattern that was already there, so it wasn't too interfering. with the design pattern that Music Center provided. Because I did a kind of promise that I wouldn't interfere too much with his factories, but like I said, I did a bit for just for performance reasons. Okay, we have um, just to verify, we have now 2 wagons full of 6,000 each. So here's how we're going to do this. This is 1,000, 1, 2, 3. This is 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same thing up here. Makes 2 times 6,000, makes 12 more stacks, or 12 more thousand, brings us here up to 84 now, right? 12,084. All right. I think it is. Yeah. Next one will be 96. We have one more factory that is also producing cables that we will also use. Um, just so we don't, because we kind of, we kind of saw we drained this one pretty much. It has quite a bit to do to fill up again. It will actually eventually slow down a bit. It is now currently feeding from a storage that it has at the factory back there somewhere. But once that one dries out, it kind of slows down because it goes then to production mode, which isn't quite as fast. It's not making 720 or anything like that per minute. Okay, but let's get rid of this stack of 12,000 that we just produced. And with that, we will already have 84,000 of 100,000 required. Big numbers, but we're already pretty far. The interesting part is then when we have all that transferred, then we can actually set up the next factories for, the next elements that are required. Like, just like once we have everything that is required for the automated wiring to create 5,000 of those, we can then concentrate on storing the rest of the elements, 5,000 circuits, 1,000 modulars, 2,000 computers, and then setting up the manufacturers to create the adaptive control units. These, again, are still just prerequisites for the actual assembly directory system that goes here into these 500 that we require there, that we send up to the space station. That'll be the last element then. Not sure how far we're going to get today. We'll see. So the problem that occurred here, I accidentally already removed a few of these, which I shouldn't have. So we're going to have to add a few more back, I believe. I'd say maybe 2 more should be okay. Might already still be too much right now because, yeah, let's have a look. Unload these. Looking at the amount, it might have actually been worth the effort kind of semi-automating it, having it transported over, like just having a conveyor belt go from over there and then wire into here, look ugly, but it's only temporary. Could have, could have. Yeah, there's a lot of could haves involved there. Okay. As we see, it's already being, oh, that was it already. It's already being spread out. These guys are starting up their business, creating more automated. They do 2.5 per minute. I did set up originally 4 of these, doing 10 per minute. That was too slow for me, so I added 2 more. So we had basically 15 per minute, up to 50% today. That's what I was on before. And these things are currently there. Yeah. Busy being filled up. Lots and lots and lots of elements that are required. Right. Get the last stack there. That in there. That one up here. There's the next 12,000. On the other side, we still have plenty of stators. Yeah. Fortunately, we only need one each to make an automated wiring, so we only needed 5,000. So if I did the math right, and if the game is not stealing elements from me again, that should have been an exact count. So that should be good on that side. I'm thinking, I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking to finish off these automated wires first, then pass them back here because we got a few more steps to do, and I'm not sure if the room's going to run out. We'd have enough room. I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet, though. Or just continue from there and make the next factory lane here. I don't know yet. But I had the thoughts of just, just piping it back and then restarting the next step up here once we have that and getting the adaptive control units done. So let's see if we can already find enough of the next 12,000 cables. So we have another cable 2 station. That's kind of off the path, but I'm not sure why we actually created that. It's probably because, well, it is because that one cable couldn't keep up with what we were producing back then. So you see, this cable station is somewhere way over here. All right. Anybody still here? Did I lose you all? Hope I didn't confuse it too much. Yeah, a lot of math involved. I do hope you guys had a, when did we hear each other last time? I think it was last Thursday. Yeah. Kind of getting confused with holidays and where am I currently and jobs keeping one busy. But I think it was last Thursday. How you guys been doing since then? Mm. Unfortunately, I can't say to most of you guys it's almost weekend, so it's just holding out one more day or something like that. Uh, see me keeping busy, yeah. See me as a midweek breaker to easy, make it easier the second half of the week. The weather was good. Well, it's actually pretty cold here. We got that cold phase that comes around this time of the year in May. It's pretty much always the same time. Is there a word for that? Is there a word for that? The Ice Saints? I don't know if anybody knows who the Ice Saints are. They're currently here to stay, it feels like. So we're somewhat down to. Is my watch actually loaded yet? It's still loading up. Dang it. I was gonna check with the temp. Come on. 10 degrees. Well, it actually warmed up. We're down to some 42 degrees Celsius. So it got rainy since yesterday overall there too, but warmer overall. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, rain is very important. I have a feeling that's not enough. Summer's coming. Isn't the saying go, winter is coming? This is the way. Wait, now I mixed two different series. You'll get San Diego weather. I thought you were at a totally different part of the world. So you're getting like 110 degrees Fahrenheit and dry weather and no rain? Is that what you're trying to say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are the first 3,000. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I love rain because it's so important because we have so little lately. Felt like around the world so little. So the more the merrier. The farmers love it. Uh, if you ever use water in your life, like the faucet, you'll love it too. That still have water there. I got a feeling I don't know. Might just be a personal feeling that it's a bit low lately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not yet. Not yet. Do you have water problems? I mean, we don't have them here yet either. But if you look at the rivers, how low they get lately, but I don't want to. I don't want to dive in that area. Yeah. Sometimes I enjoy that it rains just because, nature enjoys it. The farmers enjoy it. They're happy that their fields are being watered, so they don't have to artificially water it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Unfortunately, we have to wait for a bit for the last one. But as you see, we got 2 stations we can feed off of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're waiting for 5 more stacks, basically. Ow. Yeah, so far Europe is doing better. But then you have nah, no. You're getting too political there. But yeah. What's that? Oh, now my watch is loaded. Give me a sec. Yeah. And it instantly tells me, you missed your standing hour. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. I got up at 6 in the morning, so I'm good with that. Okay, 1.5 more stacks. Then that leads us to. Oh no, why doesn't anybody tell me that I have the window up? You guys aren't watching, are you? You're just chatting. You don't care what you see on the screen. Next time warn me that I have a notepad. Do an exclamation point notepad. I'm gonna add a redeem or something. I had that thing up there all the time. Man. I'm not censoring. No, 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 no. There's if I'm censoring stuff, I'll go to the switching games or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, feel free to warn me. I just set that up today to actually give you guys the opportunity to see what I'm calculating. It wasn't meant to be there now all the time, bragging like, "Look, I can do math. I'm going to show this all the time now." No, that's not the intention of it. Intentional. Yeah. Sorry for the word joke. Um, okay, let me do the math real quick here. Now, this is where I pull it up again. Going from 84 now to 96. We've got 12 more thousand then. Turning it off again. Yeah. We are going back to Sydney. Turning on. The problem is we can't get out of here though. That's because we got an extra long train and that train back there and this one is blocking each other. So we're going to turn this off for a second. Move ourselves manually up a bit and hope we don't kill ourselves or anybody else and turn it right back on. And then everything should align itself. If you can see back there, there's a lot of trains that are jammed now, but they'll catch up eventually. We just need to turn around here, which the automated train will take care of itself. And we can already see that trains are starting to move again. And since I've been chattering so much, we'll see how far back that this is actually jammed now. We got things coming down the ramp. We got things going around here. I've seen worse jams, so. Oh god, it's never mind. It keeps going. Oh god. Usually I'm a bit faster when it comes to this, but look at all that. They're jammed down here, over here, jammed back there. Oh my. Oh man. We get to go first. We get priority. That's cool. Soon this guy gets to go. We got one jammed here. Next one was jammed down there because we don't have an extra signal here. And the last one is jammed here. I think then we're good again. Yeah, but since we currently are mainly focusing on the phase 4, it doesn't really hurt that much right now that we're not continuously producing everything. It might hurt as soon as we um, start to get the elements that are required for the missing part we still have for phase 4. But for right now, it's not like the whole world breaks down or something like that. It's just it won't produce right now. Goody. Now I hope that I set up 6 factories speeds things up a bit. This one is already empty. This one is also already empty. Oh yeah, that guy's busy. These 6 factories are busy getting those things. Oh good, hiccup. Getting those things done. Okay. Unload the next 12,000. Boink. And a boink. And these two should fit in here. We'll see. These also fit. They do. Okay, so actually we only have 4 more thousand to collect. Let's do that real quick, and then we're finally done with these 100,000 that we needed. And with that, we can let it do its thing, do the automated wiring, and be done with that part. Holy moly. Like you saw at the beginning, if you were here at the beginning when I showed the play time that I had offline, it was a bit over 30, 32 hours, something like that. Just getting these three elements done here and getting the 100,000. Oh, God. These 3 things done here and the 100,000 required for the 4th one. I'm gonna have to do something about that button. A timer that it goes off automatically after 5 minutes or something. Um, right. I do hope in the meantime, that the first cable station already has 4,000 prepared for us. We do not need a full 12,000, so I'm guessing there should be enough already. What I did previously was also take them off the trains, and of course the trains want to refill them at the stations again, and that kind of caused a bit of a ripple there. I'm not going to do that again. Shoo, let's have a look. Whoosh, over, turn off. All we need are 4,000. Yes, we have plenty. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we can actually fit them. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We do not need to unload them. We can just take them along with us. Head back to Sydney. Save, turn on. And that allows us to update this list. 100 of 100. Nice. Okay. That part is pretty much done. This part is not done, but in doing. So yeah. might just hop off right here, but what we do have to do, I hope that doesn't require cable. That doesn't require cable. Not that we're messing around with our number of elements we have. Okay, get that one there, that one. And let's see if we can completely unload this. Yes, that should be the end of the 100,000 cables that were required. All we have to do is wait. Like, how many did I say this was? Is 1,200, 2,400, 3,600. Okay, we still got a few to go. This would have been 4,800, and then 4 more stacks here. 49, 1,500. We get to do 5,000. Okay. Now, that means somebody wants to do the math. 36, 39, 4. Is that right? 12, 24, 36, 37, 3,800. Somebody do 1,200 divided by 15. I mean, I can do it myself, but just seeing if you guys are awake. Roughly 1,200 divided by 15. Nobody? Anybody working on it? 80. Roughly 80 minutes still left, even though we have 6 factories here. Or like I said, I could have just done this here, 15. Yeah. I was just seeing if somebody who is awake. Who's tensionless. Thank you. Yeah, that kind of means we still got 80 minutes left. Now, what I could do, just keep on enhancing this. You know, moving out a bit more. Not quite sure what material we need. Ugh. We need cables. Oh, crap. We need cables. Oh, we got millions and billions of cables there, but we have none along with us. Unbelievable. Oh, we can't do those. Remove this. This. Um, that's too much. Let's do something 3, 4, 5. Do something funny here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 stacks is still too much. And do this. Then we will head over to, I'm going to do something funny here. To cables. Save. We're going to have it actually unload automatically 2 stacks of cables for us, just for the fun of it, just because those are wacky weeks, so let's do some wacky stuff. Wacko wacko. Because normally I stop him before he actually reaches it, so he doesn't actually unload to us. This time we're going to let him. Okay, somebody's ahead of us. How rude. Hurry up. There's the horn. Is that the horn? Is that the horn? Can't hear a horn. I thought, I thought H was a horn. That's the brakes. That's forward. That's train menu. 2 stacks of cables, please. Point. Kind of looks like it just dropped it there. Like shaking it off there. Weird. But yeah, if everything went right, we should now have 2 stacks of cable. We'll see once we hit Sydney again. What I am going to do, though, is just remove the cable, save that. So it actually does stop then at Sydney and doesn't go back and forth. Happy lurky. Happy lurky potential. Thanks for chatting with me. What makes that noise? There's a Ferrari outside the window? What in the world? Give me a sec. What in the world? Eh, somebody with a broken exhaust pipe. Okay, so it did actually unload these 2 stacks for me. I mean, we could have done it easier. It's just, for the fun of it. All right, so let's set up 2 more of these to even further reduce the time required. Kind of make a cheap setup here. It's not pretty, but that's because it's temporary, as usual. Since we copied it, it has already the recipe in there. Get them some power. 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 And feed it from here. Right. First to here. And now let both of them go at once. Boink. There you go. So that speeds it up even another 33%. Something like that. Yep. Oh, what we didn't do, of course. So for this is, we of course also want to unload the things. So the opposite side has to be set up as well. That, that. Didn't really require that one. Boink. 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 There we go. Goody. At the end, it's going to be not well balanced when not enough elements are left for everyone. So it'll be like, I don't know, 3 here and only 12 of those, and it needs 20, and the same thing for the rest of them. It will just bundle them up when it nears the end. So yeah, this one we actually don't require anymore. At least not for the moment. Or do we need it for there? 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it makes sense if we leave it. Never mind. Just hoping we could already decommission stuff, but now we're going to need it. If we decide for the backtracking, getting these 5,000 elements back here, and then setting up the next lane here, probably. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But that then being said, we are now at 20 per minute, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 per minute. We are still around 12, 24, 36, 37, 38, 39. Yeah. But now it is more a 1100 divided by 20. We're down under an hour that is required to create all of these. Whatever they're called. Some automated wiring. All right. So, um, I got my first little break. And those that are regularly here, I do have to take a break every hour, do some stretching. Otherwise, my back issues hit me double time the latest next day. So I'm going to take my short hourly break. I'm not taking a break for an hour. It's just after an hour. I get up for a few moments, do some stretching. I'm going to let you guys here watch the intersection, the production lane, and the trains going by. And I shall return in a few moments. I would suggest you guys also get up for a moment there and do some stretching, refill your beverages, similar things and like that. And we'll hear each other in a few moments. Be right back. Okay, I shall be back. I am back. Sounded better in my head when I thought that. Yeah, like we just calculated, should be a bit faster. Let's just say, okay, everything is green. We got the green flags here, green lamps. So everything is producing. So this guy over here should be unloading quite nicely now. Yep. This one too is pretty much emptying itself. Come on, hurry up. So it's 20 for each element we're producing. Look at go down. Oh my. Yep. That one's producing. Unfortunately, though, we still got one, two, three more full ones that we have to unload. So they're still required to create the rest of the missing elements of automated wiring. If I show this again, automated wiring. We do not have a check mark here. What we can, though, start looking at is if we can somehow collect these circuit boards, heavy modular frames, and hopefully computers. I'm afraid that computers are being used by supercomputers right now. Um, we'll see. But yeah, this is the one that, yeah, it's doing its thing now. We don't really have to take care of anything anymore. It should have all elements that are required due to the calculation we did down here. So let's head over to circuit boards and see if we can find those. Let's add our trailers again that we will need. Those 5,000. I'm not quite sure how big the stacks are. Circuit boards, do we have any with us there? Oh, they're actually stacks of 200. Yeah, but 5,000 do not fit on one trailer. I'm gonna have to quiet down Fleetwood Mac a bit. Sorry about that. I like the music, but yelling against the music is not what I like to do. Those watching on YouTube are like, huh? What music? There's no music there due to restrictions. But you guys watching here live might notice that I kind of started talking over the music. That's not the way it's meant to be. Circuit boards. Circuit boards. So let's see where we have circuit boards. We have them being created. Oh, we got 4 requests of circuit boards. Let's have a look if there are even any at the pad that is creating them. Let's have a look. Otherwise, we'll go to one of the areas that they're being delivered to, and if we find one that is already hopefully fully produced, then we can just steal them from there. Quote unquote, all we need are 5,000 of them. So this is not any 6-digit number anymore from here on. Should make life then a bit easier. I like to take care of the more complicated problems before I go to the hopefully easier ones. What are we waiting for? Oh, that guy. And that guy? No, we're just waiting for that guy to hit the next signal up there. Let us see where are circuit boards being created? Can we see this on the map somewhere? Up there. See the thing blinking up here? That's where we're heading to. We're currently down here, the green little guy. The little green guy. Oh, already there. Stop him before he tries to automatically load up, because then he'd be, oh, look at that. It was an empty trailer. I do not think we have that many circuits here. Yeah, we're gonna have to look for a different area. Not sure which way this train is going. Unfortunately, we did not name the trains. Should have done that. So turn off before it reaches the destination. Yo. Yo. That's going to be a small issue. Okay. In that case, let's have a look then if we can find. plastic for circuits. Wait a second. Copper sheet for circuits. Why did I see 4? Oh, because I read it wrong. Circuits for computers and circuits for, what was HSS? High speed conductors? Oh, these abbreviations. Now what? That actually fits. Let's have a look at the computers. Now, if computers are also being used, for example, for supercomputers, then we have the next issue. But we'll see. We are now heading to, where are we actually now heading to? We're heading to over there. So it's kind of the parallel line that is somewhere back there we have to get to. But the train knows how to get there. Train system here is actually pretty smart. I'd say it's kind of smart because it doesn't look for, like, if a track gets stuck, it doesn't look for an alternative route. It just looks for the shortest route. But it always does find a route or route to its destination. It's just, like I said, just the shortest route. There is no relining, rerouting or anything like that, unfortunately. But from getting from A to B, it's pretty smart in that. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Do we have circuits here? Stop this guy. A bit luckier, which also gives me a bit of hopes. We need 2,000. What I'm going to do is reserve some room here. Now, why is he doing that? I'll show you in a moment. Hopefully. Am I going to show you in a moment? Show you right now. Cables. Yeah, yeah. That's yours. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I don't take that. I like how I went a dot, dot, dot. Okay, we also have the computers. That is cool. 200, 300, 400, 800, 1200. Yes, we have enough. We have enough. Yes, we have enough. Okay. So we can also pick up our computers here then. We needed, if you look back on the list again, we also needed 2,000 computers. So that is really cool. Nice coincidence. So what we're going to do before we pull these out to trigger the creation lane again, we are going to pull out our hopefully 5,000 that we can get together of the circuit boards that we require here, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3,000. 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. Those are the 5,000 circuit boards we needed. Actually, they fit in that single trailer. This was actually too much. Now we got um, the 5,000 circuit boards. What we need now is 2,000 computers. Okay. 2,000 computers. Let's do that. Plastic for computers. Computers for computers. Maybe we did need the extra one. Oh, we'll see. Ooh, I removed one too many. Give me back my circuit boards. That was one too many. I want a few for myself. Yeah. 1,000, 12, 1,600, 32, 42, 48. 5,000, yeah. That was one stack too much. It's up here somewhere. Start it immediately. And now get the computers. So, 2,000 computers. 100. Okay. 200. 300. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. 900. 1,000. Damn it. We do need both traders. I think. We'll see. That was 1,000, right? We can still do it. Did we did we have any computers left on the train? I hate to go empty-handed. Let's get a few so we can still have a couple along with us. Put these somewhere also up here. Yeah. And now let's get the next 1,000. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Goody. Now this won't fit in here right now, but that's not a problem. We'll just take them along with us because we have our 5,000 circuit boards here. We get 1,000 computers here. We get 1,000 computers with us. So that's that says we have the computers as well. Okie dokie. Back to Sydney. Turn on. All we are then missing are the the heavy modular frames. I have hopes that we will have plenty of those. We only need 1,000 of them. We only need 1,000 of those. Let's hope that that only isn't some kind of problem. The problem might be the 500 supercomputers. I'm not sure if they're being used by anybody. If not, that should also be an easy process. Right. Any questions? This will be tested tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm having fun. I'm glad I can stream on a Wednesday. And no, I don't have to get up in the morning. That is really cool. Tomorrow's Father's Day over here, but also Ascension of Christ, Christian holiday that is being celebrated that gives us a day off. I took the day off on Friday, so long weekend, a long streaming weekend for me. Hope you guys enjoy what you're watching. If you do, if you're new here, I'm Tyro Golf. Been around for, damn, how long have I been around? I think almost a year now. Started fairly late compared to lots of others. Yeah, that's the way it is. Okay. Let's see. We are going to set this up. It absolutely does not fit yet because this is still the lane to create the automated wirings that are still going on for roughly an hour. Maybe not that long anymore, but So I'd say once we wire those back then to here and set up the new lane for, what would that be? Uh, the adaptive control units, the next one on the list. Yeah. Currently working on this part, on this lane that you see here. The next one will be the adaptive controls. We're just going to remove this lane and continue from here. Manufacturers require a bit more room. Manufacturers require a bit more room. But we'll see where, yeah, the plan is anyways. That's the plan, that's the plan. First make a plan. If everything goes wrong, make another plan. Okay, that goes down there. That goes there. Now let's make this, doesn't really matter, but I guess we put the computers here since we have them on stock. Get the next stack. That's the second 1,000. Those are our 2,000 computers. There. First lane will be our automated wiring. This will be the computers. The next one will be the circuit boards, just because this room is empty right now. Wait, did we actually need the third one? We didn't, did we? Take that down again. And set up the next lane. This. 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 Maybe one more. We'll see. Otherwise, we move that again as well. That. That. And that. Looks good. Let us unload. Actually, it should even require less room. Oh, could almost get the whole thing. Yeah, that was way too high. I'm so used to making such high stacks lately that this high stack isn't actually required. We're good with two storages. Could also use the double storage. Okay. There's that. Yeah. That was a waste. Fortunately, it didn't take too much time. So, boop, there we go. We have the computers here. We have the circuit boards here. We will be having, instead of the cables that are required for this, actually all of this shenanigans, all of these automated wirings on this side. So the only thing that is still missing from our list, that is still being produced. I can't check mark that yet. Are they heavy modulars? So I'd say let's head out and see if you can find those. Right? See if you can find some. Heavy, heavy. Okay, these are. How are they named? Hungarian, I think. Hungarian frames. Let's have a look if thou shall know if they are in stock, or we have to actually go to one of the places they are being delivered to and steal from there. Huh? Where are we going to? Where? Oh, over there. Okay, we're taking this lane, the left lane, heading up to that blinky oranges thing. Yeah. Off we go. No, I am kind of thankful. I already did a bit off stream. As I said, it was a bit over 30 hours I did off stream. Almost came out perfectly. Unfortunately, one element already completedly. I completed. Um, I wanted to leave one element of each and then do it together with you guys, but yeah, miscalculations led to that issue there. But we do still have a couple of elements where we have the final one to be sent to the elevator. So not everything is lost. What does the list say? It tells us we need 1,000. This is no way 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's sort this. 2, 3, 4, 800. Is it? It is 1,000. Oh, look at that. Nice. Do we have any on us? We do have a few. Let's get rid of them to not cause any irritations. Do we have any left on the train? Okay, in that case, we are actually going to put a few on the train again, just so we don't go empty-handed. You never know when you need heavy modulars, right? Or Hungarian modulars. Up there. Okay, then 1,000 heavy modular frames are required. Oh, just remembered I have to turn off my alarm for tomorrow because I have the day off. Let me do that real quick because I've been thinking about that for hours and keep forgetting it. There. No alarm for tomorrow morning. Okay. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Couldn't have been closer, could it have? Oof. We don't actually need these trailers then. So might as well get rid of them to make life easier. And let us head back to Sydney, and that's the last element we have to provide. Yeah, maybe turn on the self-driving, thank you. So that solves this one as well. Now we're just waiting for this to be completed, automated wiring. Then we have that. Then we can set up the manufacturers for the adaptive control units. And I'd say then the hard part is done. We can have a look. Then if we have supercomputers somewhere, but all this shenanigan is then finally done. Yep. I do hope I did the math right. 5? We need 1,000 of those. Whereas the assembly director requires 2 adaptive. 1 adaptive, where we then need 1,000 of them, requires 5. 5, 10,000, 5,000, 5,000, 1,000, 2,000. And same goes for the wiring. 1 wiring. Did we do this part right? 5,000, 5,000. I think we did. Otherwise, it would be 500,000. That's no way. No way. Okay, we are back. This will be the last stack, which turns out is probably. I'm but slightly confused that our stators are empty now. But I think with all the assemblers that we have there, pretty much sped things up. I do hope we did the math right there. So I am going to. And it only takes one stator per, and we got quite a few stators out there still. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. I think we're okay. So I'm gonna dare to remove this and simply add this stack of heavy modulars. And that should bring us back to our check mark we did to the heavy modular frames. Good. Now all we have to wait for now is for this here to unload, this one, which is unloading at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 120, 160, 160 per minute? 400 per minute? We got 80 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 50, 400 per minute. Just have to wait for this to unload. 400 per minute. 1, 2. This one will unload in not even 3 minutes. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 minutes. And about 20 minutes, everything is unloaded. And then we can start realigning. We can actually, yeah, the original idea that have this unload directly has been revamped due to the new idea. So we're going to try to do something ugly like this. I do hope Music is not watching, otherwise I'm going to not hear the end of this. We're going to wrap this back. God, if he sees this, that's the enemy. Now we can't quite load it in yet, but can get it prepared. So do something like this, have it prepared to load into there. Now we don't have the exact number anymore. First of all, we have a few elements in these vertical, what do you call them? Verilifts. But we do know when this stuff is unloaded. So a few more minutes, and then we can start repiping. And once all this has finished its building, completely tear it down, and then set up I'm a bit scared, but also thankful. Musics! Thank you for the 45 stream streak. I don't know whose stream you streak that often. There's no way I've streamed that many times. That is awesome. 45 stream streak. Wow. But I'm kind of scared that you heard what I just said. I'm afraid you're going to see my ugly pattern here. La 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 la. Yeah, it's actually not that ugly. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's temporary. The excuse is always it's temporary. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I mean, you haven't said hello, but you did reveal yourself with that streak, so. Hello, hello. Talking about, though, what if you can hear me? If he's not subbed or turboed, he can't actually hear me right now, right? Oh, we can. No, he can't hear me. Okay. Well, if you can't hear me, oh well. Oh, I forgot mods stick around anyways. Uh, wait, it says sub squad. So you must be subbed as well. You got too many icons there. Welcome in, Musics. Welcome in. And TTS, stop irritating me and get me to say you're watching ads. You're watching ads, so that's why you're hearing me. Why are you watching ads? Why is it telling me you're a sub? Oh, things are going wacko. I mean, you're watching TV and you're watching ads. I understand that, but that doesn't count. Let me finish the sentence. Welcome in. Period. Exclamation point. Now you can't hear me. Hmm. That's a you thing. Is that a you thing? Yeah, that's a you thing. Am I audible? I am audible. Am I audible? Oh, yeah, I am. I'm audible. I'm almost peeking to the red. Yep, it's going into the red, actually. Holy cow. What? Welcome in, Scotty. Look at that. It's washing his face. I don't know, everything was... Potential was hearing me perfectly. I don't know what's going on. Everything's good. See, music isn't too... Well, the music is a bit loud. I mean, I was kind of alone here enjoying the music, but is it better now? I mean, don't know what else to do right now from my side. It's peeking to the red. Someone was born yesterday. That's probably true. That's probably true. I'm guessing many people were born yesterday. Future leaders, whatever the future brings for them. Still not sure what that has to do with why you guys can't hear me. Why you two can't hear me. Said potential was seemed it was okay. Unless it's some kind of Twitch thing doing Twitch things, because I did not change anything on the sound output, and that has stayed the same. Unless you might be trying to troll me. You don't always do that. I'm pretty sure I wasn't born yesterday. Unless, you know, babies that come to life, meter 80 with a beard and losing hair already. I mean, they're kind of gaining their hair. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Uh, whatever. Thank you. See, there we go. I mean, I don't have a map thing, but thank you for that, Katie. I keep forgetting that. I mean, there's not much to see right now. We're just watching basically
Did you hear anything? Have you heard it?
the cables to
What
unload.
was it? Is anybody there? Did you hear anything? Have you heard it? What was it? Is anybody there? Did you hear that? What was it? Is anybody there?
And then no mic. That's what I told Tengel earlier. It was like I left that other screen. I just set it up the few minutes. Actually, the stream was already going, and I thought I'm going to set this calculation window up there so you can see. I keep talking about the notepad, but I'm not quite used to getting rid of it. Is that why you were asking me if I was born yesterday? Because I'm such a noob with those windows. Well, then I get it. Then maybe it's the first day. I'm not sure about born yesterday, but and it's also not my birthday. No. But thank you, Katie, for doing the map thing. Even if I don't have a redeem for that, I did see it and it did help. Maybe we should make Katie to a mod. That might be an idea. That was actually really helpful. Thank you. But I'm not a person to just, you know, blindly assign people to mods. We like to ask them first. What is... Hmm. Yeah, got a few more minutes here to wait. Also, music's the no mic. That was also an idea, just to remind me of a way to, if I have something up. it's not quite fitting, but finally kind of gets used the way it's meant to be to remind me of you're doing something wrong, you forgot something. So also to you, thank you. Yo, 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 yo. I'm gonna wait here. Unless, wait, what time is it? That time of day. The question goes towards musics then. Have you had your dinner? And I did mention, when was it? Last weekend or something? We chatted a bit. I'll be around. I wasn't quite sure when. Well, now I am kind of sure because I am here. If you're up for it, we could, for example, switch to not Discord. What's it called? Distorted? No, that's not it. Heck, the Portal. That's the one with the P. If you want. Unless you say you want to do some dinner stuff or something like that first, or you say, nah, I've just wasted today. Then I'm okay with that. But if you're up for it, I'll gladly switch then. Just let me know. And Monster with a not first. I still don't know if that not first works because it's so fast. I'm gonna crickets. You guys are trolling me, aren't you? Cricket says in you can't hear me. What is that? Sip time? Am home, not eaten yet. Why can't you? Hello? Hello? I'm showing up perfectly on stream. Check, check, check. Everything is showing up. Mouth is moving. Things are peaking. I have nothing muted. Thank you, Katie. So, Katie, let us communicate. Can you hear me? I'm standing there with coffee. That is true. The game is audible. I'm not just standing there. I'm kind of waiting for this here to unload so I can continue. The game is a bit quiet, though. Why is the game sound not coming through? You know what you guys are talking about? I cannot see any error from my side. That is peaking. My mouth is moving. Ba ba ba. Yeah. I got music here. I mean, I wasn't gonna start a war with you guys again, but I am gonna say, who needs enemies with mods like you guys? With a Twinkie eye, but you guys are trolling me. Ah! Trying to have fun, make good content here. Nah. In the meantime, we're almost emptied out here. We almost got this at least done. What I have noticed though is I think I've had too much coffee because for some reason the coffee cup has, it's kind of shaky now. Gotten shakier lately. I don't know if it's the latest update they did. I'm not sure. But I mean, you guys can't hear me anyways what I'm talking about, so here to you guys. Look at that. What if it says shaky when I'm on the ground? Oh, it's all calm there. Yeah. And HP. Welcome in with a nice message deleted. Welcome in, HP. Hello, hello. Welcome to the club of how to troll the streamer. Goody, that thing's emptied, finally. Okay, we can continue. So what are we going to do? We are going to reroute this whole thing and fill this up again. So we can then, probably the next time. Uh, uh, Actually, we have to fill it in from the top, I guess. And the top would be there. So we'd take this here. Is that pretty much a level? And what in the world is? Ow. What are you trying to land here?
Pyro, I will take over your stream and make it amazing. Or great, some say amazing. I say amazing again because we all need content. So here I go taking over your stream, la 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 la.
Well, sir, have fun. I'm out. Take over. Thank you, Monster, for the TTS. Although you can't hear me. Okay, this goes into here. Things are being reassigned here. It should work. Yeah. Okay, it's going up there, being fed down there, fed down there, fed down there, filling this one up. Stop this. Okay, that's good. Now we just have to wait for 5,000 elements to be reloaded, meaning 1,200 per 24, 36, 48. Yeah, we're up here with 200 then. Once 200 left up here. We will have to realign a few of these because it will not perfectly fit. As we can see, we can only do 4 more and have 10 left over, but we have 11 status actually in there. I wonder if this is actually going to work out. We got 4 more, I have 10 leftovers. We can add 10 to there. Okay, here actually we have no. I gotta watch out that we don't get things mixed up. These are the leftovers. This one is actually already done. Next will be a manufacturer. I can already double check. I can get rid of this guy. Same here. Push that, for example, over to here. Get rid of this one. This one. Ugh. Damn it. That's not good. 9, 2. Do we have anything that has a lot of? There's one. Split that up. Half back in there. Half back in there. That's good. 5 to 100. Okay. Kind of just spreading it out right now. 360, 94. In the end, we'll just have one assembler left over doing the final 1 or 2 elements left. This one actually has 7 in it. Okay. 4 to 4. That'll work out perfectly. That one's done. That one has a bit too much. That one doesn't have enough. So I actually moved the stators and the cables over a bit. All I care there. That one's done. So only 3 left producing. Hello, Dave. Makers Dave, welcome in. Thank you for greeting me. Hello. Am I audible for you, Makers Dave? Can you hear me well? Ah, there you go, guys. There's the proof. Sorry about that. I've been trolled by my bots, mods. What? Uh, to the left. Well, probably. I have too much trust in humanity still. That is my error. Unfortunately, I still have trust in humanity. Look at that. Perfect. 4 to 80. That works out perfectly. I said I have too much trust in humanity. Probably because I am losing the trust more and more. I've learned a lot after Urban Dictionary, but we're not going down that dirty lane again. Okay, this is being aligned nicely. How far are we up? We got the second one, the third one. First one's filling up nicely. And the fifth one. So once that is done, we can get rid of all this junk here. Now, back to the question I had for Musix. The answer from him was, this comment has been deleted. No, there was something before or after that. Uh, is that earlier? Where'd the comment go? The answer. Hey, where did it go? Musix. I guess I can just click on Musix. Am home, not eaten yet. Still can't hear you. Okay, I already started with that part. Hmm. That didn't actually answer my question. If he's up for a round of Portal. In that case, I'll just keep unloading my thingamajigs. Like I said, the top one should have, that won't quite work because we have these that also store a few elements. I was going to say 2 stacks or 200 here, but since the vertical lifts also have a few elements within there, as you can see clearly. But that pretty much looks like we have the 5,000 elements created. And get rid of this, all this temporary shenanigan. Bum, 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 bum. Might have deleted too much, but it doesn't matter because it is way too much here anyways. This stuff, that over there. We also have to get rid of stuff on the ground. That. Clear things up, make room for the next level of factories. Now, how are we going to do this so we have actually enough room? That is a good question. So, I want to delete the ground. Damn it. Now, I've been thinking we have a setup here, but these are unfortunately also assemblers. We have a setup here. Where'd the power go? Ah, power, power. Where'd my power go? I broke something. I broke something here. Oh, I think I removed one power line too many. That'll do for now, right? Yep. Okay, we do have some manufacturers set up here. We could add a few more so we can actually get the 1,000 elements. By the way, what we can do is check mark this actually. Ah, what was that? So we have all the elements required. So all we need are adaptive control unit manufacturers. We have the line set up. Adaptive control units are set up. These do 1 per minute. 1 per minute. A first from Makers Dave. Hello. Oh, congrats. Whatever. There's the first. So if I stick with the 3, right? The 3 manufacturers. That means 1,000 divided by 3. 33 minutes divided by 60 is 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. So if you make a 4th factory down to 4 hours, a 5th factory, and a 6th factory, that is still a few hours. I love the double shoutouts. Yeah. I think this is going to be a bit of the boring part again. I do hope Musics gets back and says, yeah, let's do Portal. Because I doubt you guys want to watch me for currently planned 5.5 hours. What I am going to do is kind of set up the pattern. I can do that. But we're not going to watch this actually happen. I'm going to sit here for 5 hours. But in that case, what I am then probably going to do is get rid of everything here and just reuse this lane. And if we have to, probably won't. We got enough room there. We'll just continue. Once we have those, I know I'm still first day there. Once we have the 1,000 units, just use the next lane and set up that final factory over here and get rid of everything that we have prior to this manufacturer setup here. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Get rid of all this. Oh, that's what happened. I removed the cable, the power line. I get rid of all of that. This is all yucky. We don't need all this anymore. This is all history. Yeah. This was all just required to make the prerequisite elements for what is coming next. Actually, some of this is left over even from an earlier state where we, how can I show this to you? Can't really real quick, but for these right three elements, we required some of these setups. They're just leftovers, temporary leftovers. Okay. These little gizmos on the ground. All right. And somewhere up above, yeah, I did read it right. We have a little old man stretch incoming. Call it as you wish. I need it for my health. I'm getting up for a second. Be right back.
Sorry, Chet had to step away for a bit to get his cream in. Also, I shall return.
What the heck is VNL? VNL and ATS. What in the world is that? Anyways, I'm back. Yo! Okay. Still no answer from Mu6. Either he is out for dinner or he's not up for it. So we shall continue then. Let us do the rest of our planning then here. Yeah. And the rest of the removal of junk we do not require anymore. Yeah, let's set this up new. How did that happen? Looks good. This is not required anymore. None of this. None of that. Actually, none of this. That was dangerous. I might have been too far away from power. No, don't have to remove that. And that guy. Let's see what it would look like here. We got the power going over there. That is weird. We got leftovers here. Oh my god. What? Yep, you can do it. That one. That one. I'm too shaky today. I cannot. There we go. Get that. I think that's right. That goes there. That goes there. This goes all over the place. Yeah, we have to get rid of some of that. So, what we have to do now, the four elements. We already have the ramp set up here. Unfortunately, we don't have a blueprint for all this. That's why we're going to kind of leave it over there, actually. Keep life easy. So, if we have a look inside of here, we got those thingamajigs, the automated wiring. Check. We got the computers. Check. We got the circuit boards. Check. And we got the heavy modulars. Check. Okay, we got all four elements that we need for the next. La la la. La 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 la. La la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I think we're back. God, I hate that. All assumptions have not proven right. So I am seriously guessing it's an ISP thing. Anyways, welcome back, guys, ladies. Pause, unpause, reload the stream. And who broke for you, Probably already reloaded anyways, but yeah, we're back. Welcome to the regular disconnect after pretty much 2 hours and a bit. That's so satisfying, isn't it? Okay, let's see. We can get rid of all of this shenanigans here. I'm going to set this up differently. Mm-hmm. Don't need you anymore. Yeah, it's not like it makes me happy, but it is consistent at least. Something you can rely on. Yeah. The day I actually figure out what it is and if I can actually blame the ISP for it, it's the day I'm going to turn on my camera. You can actually see me jump. Like, hallelujah. Until then, like I have to live with it. You guys too. It doesn't take long. I mean, it's not like stream is broken in a complete way, but it is very irritating. How are we going to do this part? This one is broken because we bypassed this for the previous ones. Let's remove all this stuff. Well, what the hell are you guys? Where in the world do you guys come from? I don't know if it's possible, but there's the proof that I didn't cheat anything in. So I have a lot. Oh my god, I got a lot of leftovers from. These are actually the whatever they're called. How can I show you that? This second from the left. That's all these guys here. As I said in the beginning of the stream, many didn't hear that, but I had a calculation error there where it produced double the amount. So what we can do to make use of it is just pipe them out basically to a awesome sink as close as we can get to the end of the line and transform them into ports because we definitely don't need them right now. So just a splitter as close as we can get. Pipe them over to here, get ourselves some power. I do hope we still have power here. Yes. There they go, creating a lot of points for us. Damn. They're worth 200,000. 100,000, 200,000, 200,000, some 250,000. They're creating a lot of coupons for us. And there they go. That's it. They are rinsed from the conveyor belt lane. Except for those last ones. There shouldn't be any left there, so. Right. How does the tower look like? We got that except for one, that except for one, and that unfortunately already done due to the overproduction. We are on assembly directory system. Director system. Directory. Good, good. But that is one step away. We are currently working on this step here. So if you want to speed things slightly up, not make it 6 hours, although it doesn't really matter when I'm offline doing this. I'm just gonna, the 500 elements, no matter if I do three manufacturers, 4, 5, 6, or even 10, it's gonna take hours. So I might as well just leave this setup the way it currently is. Dave's not here. Well, it's a 70s. 70s rock. 70s rock classic playlist. I could say I have no control over the playlist, but I did choose the playlist, so I guess I kind of have control over it. I didn't create the playlist, but I chose it. Damn it. My shakiness today. There. That gets us to there. Um, where did I go? Middle. Why did I do it like that? That. That. Ah, you told me this is too long. Ah, that's what she said. There. Now we got those four. We got 1, 2, 3. These four are still set up to deliver this. We only broke this one to bypass everything, so that should still be good. These are already set up for the adaptive control units. If you remember, that's the element we're working on now. We need 1,000 of those with 1 per minute, doing 3 of those, so it's still 323.333 minutes with 3 manufacturers going. And you can do other things in the meantime if we don't get a response in the meantime. We might want to switch games. I kind of have the feeling this is actually set up now. Goes over here, goes over here, unloads, 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 goes over here. Okay, well, we don't have set up. It is being all piped over to here. Okay, we should then maybe... By the way, this little... Is this the station? These are the 3 missing elements, whereas this one is actually... How do you pronounce it? Superfluous? Superfluous? Because we already have the 500. These 2 I kept aside so we can finalize it on our own. Together, not our own. Together. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to do the same with the last one. This one actually overdid it. Just saying, I was prepared. I was prepared to do this together with you guys. Didn't want to totally finish off the phase 4 without you guys. Just wanted to save you guys from 30 hours at least of watching me creating 100,000 of these and that's. Hey, that should then store those. Once those are stored, we have the 1,000 to record this. All we need then is to put the 500 computers besides this storage. And then create the final element at 0.75 per minute. So that's another couple of hours. Yeah. 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 500 supercomputers go into there. Okay. Nothing will be built if we do not finally start building things. So let's connect everything. Watch it be transported over and find out we did something wrong. Boom. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. And there it goes. We can't fold it from there. We can follow from here. Look at that. Yep. And it stopped. Why is it not loading? What did I do wrong? That one started. Oh, I only programmed this. Copy C or Control C, Control V, Control V. There it goes. Now they are all producing. Look at that. Yep. A total of 1 per minute. I shall be back in 1,333 minutes. Oh God. 333 minutes. No, thank you. Okay. Let's see if it's actually is producing. Should be coming out any moment. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it goes. There is the next element on our list. Isn't that a beauty? Adaptive control unit. So much effort for that little bubble. Okay. While we are waiting, we're not going to wait all this time, but while we are waiting, we can have a look about the topic with the supercomputers. Let us check supercomputers. I do not remember if that is also it doesn't look like it's a prerequisite of anything. So that should be a final product. In that case, we could be lucky that we have all the supercomputers already created that we require, which would be cool. Sticks, are you back? Yes, Sticks. Oh, you guys can't hear me, right? Narf. What we can do in the meantime, though, we can also check mark this off. We haven't produced it, but we have everything that is required. We cannot check mark this off one yet, though. Okay. Come on. Yes, we got supercomputers. Aren't we super? We already have a few on us, but we're going to get rid of that because we have actually no real usage, I think, right now of supercomputers. So we need 500 of them. 100 or 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. There are our 500 supercomputers. Why is it loading so slow? Because we do not have a faster conveyor belt, because we do not need a faster conveyor belt, because we are not producing them any faster. But there's our 500. Yeah, we don't need that trailer. Keep them on us and head back to Sydney. Unload that. Save, turn on. Back to Sydney we go. And with that, we require no more elements to be manually transported over to our, whatever you call it, tower production, phase 4 production phase. We should have each and every material already there now, as soon as we have the supercomputers there as well. We might want to, what do we need actually? Assemblers for the last step. We could set that up as well. Oh, CCR. No. Puff, puff. There we go. A lot of trains. Train jam. Nope. Like I said, the train system is pretty smart. Doesn't look for alternative routes, but finding its route, that's pretty good at that. Does a bit of priority system there. Whereas this time we did not get priority. Damn it. Ow. Can I honk? Oh, never mind. Made it. Now you gotta wait. Ha ha. Or are you going right? Never mind. Hmm. Get ourselves some speed, and we oh, so much for speed. Let's catch ourselves some speed here. Meow. Oh, it actually slowed us down. Do what are these? These are also manufacturers. We don't want manufacturers anymore. Yeah, the next one, the next layer will be assemblers with 2 elements. We can pretty much use the same setup we had previously. These are the 500 computers we needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. We got the 500 computers. We already have 18 of 1,000. We have almost 2% of the adaptive control units. Right. Yeah. Let's clear up a bit of the area here. This is all. I do hope phase 4 is the last one. Otherwise, we're moving maybe a bit too much. But we'll deal with that if it does come up. So this is kind of a new area. Where'd that all come from? Now? John boy, did you take my plate here? I don't know. Why is there a hole here? Was. Bump, bump, bump. I guess we leave this guy. Wait, doesn't that guy require power? I guess it doesn't. Nope. Okay, that is all that kind of, in a weird way, getting our stuff over there. Can we reuse this in some way? We could kind of-ish. That'd be the bottom 2 layers, so we can get rid of the top 2 layers. Somehow, somewhere here. Dancy Dancy. We only need to here. That help? If you do something like getting this over to here. This is the best path we can do. This over here, so we do not need any of that. Oh, the safe came in between. That already deconstructed that and that. We do not need the top 2 layers. What is unloading? Ah, the computer's already unloading. Oh, God, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, I keep trying to... Come on. Hope nobody understood that. And this also already unloaded, right? Damn it. Damn it. That's when things get broken. Yeah, things have already been passed on. What I actually wanted to do was something like this, but not completely connecting it. Nope. Which means what we now get to do, and I'm wondering where it went over to here. Of course it went over to here. Mm. Those are the issues that happens from time to time. One moment you don't pay attention, all hell breaks loose. Oop. You're just one button away. They could hear you, but I actually have you muted. Hello, Musics.
You always have me muted.
Yes, you're muted. The stream cannot hear you. I hope you're doing well. Feel free to
Well,
keep.
that's such a shame because I would really tell them how much I liked having them interact.
Mm-hmm. One mute button away. Now imagine this, even though I changed the channel names, it still works. Welcome in, Musics. Hello. Good sir, hello.
Did you just call me a hoe?
If you're in hell, then I did. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're back to the 50. How's your week been going?
It's lasted forever. I've still got 2 days left to go.
Would it be rude to say that I'm off for the week?
Yes.
I'm off for the week.
That's so rude.
They pay back for your guys' joke on me. Leave not. Leave not.
Right?
Leave not. He said leave not, so you're gonna have to stay here. Sorry about that. First comment counts. Run as fast as you can. Run.
What that meant is it's old English, so leave not, as in leave not any comment, young
Thou
Musics.
shalt not
So
leave.
I should not continue. I should not continue communicating with you, is what he was saying.
Ah. Thou shalt not pass this exit point. So you're here to stay. Okay. Oops. No, that was actually right. So if your week wasn't too bad so far, what do you think about a round of portals?
My week's been horrible. It's not, but Portal's fine.
If you don't want, you don't have to. It's just
No,
offering.
please. It would be a welcome distraction.
Oh, there you go. And let me just wrap up things. What in the world? I guess I'm finding all these leftovers here now. Oh my god. Where'd that come from? That's where all those elements went. Maybe it actually wasn't a miscalculation of my side. And Satisfactory does calculate the elements correctly. I owe Coffee Stain Studios a big apology then. I really thought they started messing up their, if you remove something, that elements actually get lost, but it looks now that doesn't happen. Mea culpa,
You go into your
mea maxima
inventory.
culpa, if you know your Italian. Like, my fault, totally my fault. What was that music? So I didn't get that while I was excusing to coffee stain. Empty out our... I do have to ask Monster, though. He's requesting you to get out. Is he suggesting that my content alone is preferred? He doesn't want you here because he just wants to hear my sole voice or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm just asking for a friend, you know? Might be a wrong assumption. Not sure. Let's see. This. Where'd that thing go? That. Get rid of this. I'm pretty sure it was a wrong assumption.
That's a pretty loaded question. It's like the wife coming in with some new clothes going, does this make me look fat? There's only one answer you can give.
That or which kid is your favorite or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. They're
It's
no.
going to be a bossed around. No. When did that happen? That was, it happened at the beginning? Well, it's not bossing around. The beginning of Satisfactory, assisting him in the learning curve. That's how I'd title it. Okay, I think I got things pretty much set up for now. Like I said, the rest, the producing of these 1,000 adaptive control units for, where are we currently on the list? Here. For that part, we already have the supercomputers ready for the assembly directory system, and also maybe most of the part of the assembly directory system. I will probably do off stream, although I am streaming tomorrow again. Either off stream or just have it go on in the background and do something else in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. But for now, I'm going to leave it with this. Currently, it's not pretty, but it's functional. And I would say we switch over to Portal 2 and continue our journeys there. Give me a few moments. Yeah, give me a few moments for switching the games, getting that set up. I do hope we have music on the switching streams. But until then, I am going to mute us both. The heck? I'm going to try to mute us both. And we shall hear each other in a few moments again. We're back, switching games to Discord 2.